One of Douala's pedestrian bridges connecting several neighborhoods has collapsed. The bridge at the intersection known as Terminus Saint Michel was struck by heavy machinery being transported by a truck. Since the bridge collapsed on July 8, crossing the road underneath has become a nightmare for the locals. We'll tell you more in this edition of Newscast. And in the heart of Bepanda, residents of Petiwori Sablo, known locally as the St. Kankat Escalier, face ongoing flooding issues repeated each time rain falls. Despite repeated calls for help, the government's promises remain unfulfilled. I will take you to Mbam Ainobo Division in this edition of Newscast, the Central Region, where a teenage boy tragically ended his life by hanging. Those are major stories. Details right ahead. Good evening once more and welcome to this edition of the Primetime Newscast in the English language on Canal International. And we begin this newscast in the Mbam Ainobo Division of the Central Region of Cameroon, where a teenage boy tragically ended his life by hanging. The 15-year-old, identified by Bika, was discovered dirt in their family home. The incident happens Monday, July 18. More on the story with our reporter, Saleh Sherifa.
The grief-stricken mother of Bikang mourns the untimely loss of her son, who took his own life by hanging on Monday, July 15, 2024. Bikang, a 15-year-old student at Bafia Technical High School, was found lifeless in his bedroom, where his father recounted the events leading up to the tragedy. According to his father, Bikang had been repeatedly disciplined for behavioral problems, which had escalated recently. The teenager apparently took the tongue lashing harshly and in a moment of despair chose to end his life. Law enforcement officials responded swiftly to the scene to investigate the circumstances surrounding the incident. The news of Bikang's death has sent shockwaves through the Gondong Baobab neighborhood where he resided with his family, leaving residents in disbelief and sorrow. His body has been transferred to the morgue at Bafia District Hospital, marking a somber moment for the community as they come to terms with this devastating loss. As authorities continue to provide support to the grieving family, the tragic event serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of addressing mental health issues and providing support to individuals experiencing emotional distress.
And one of Douala's pedestrian bridges connecting several neighborhoods has collapsed. The bridge at the intersection known as Terminus Saint Michel was struck by heavy machinery being transported by a truck. Since the bridge collapsed on July 18, crossing the roads underneath has become a nightmare for locals. More in the following story with our reporter Gladys Ambu Tiba.
Crossing the road at the Terminus Saint Michel intersection has become increasingly difficult since the collapse of this bridge connecting the New Bell and Nilong neighborhoods in Douala. Locals must navigate a perilous path, wanting for the right moment to take the risk.
I have been using this bridge since I was young. It is a bridge that links Nilong, Brazzaville and New Bell. Since it collapsed, it has become very difficult for users to cross this road since it is a highway.
Residents on both sides must exercise patience and caution. Danger is everywhere, even near this 2-meter deep gutter. Parents fear for their children's safety as crossing the road has become a hazardous task.
We suffer a lot. We need a lot of caution to cross the road because vehicles run at high speeds. We wish the collapsed bridge will be repaired. I am afraid. I fear there could be an accident. There was an accident here 2 days ago. We are worried. A car hit someone at any moment while trying to cross. Whereas on the pedestrian bridge, we were crossing with all security.
One man's misfortune has become an opportunity for our local residents with the bridge collapse, as he has found a way to make money by assisting those attempting to cross. For the residents, it is urgent to repair the bridge.
The government needs to step in to address this. We have been witnessing accidents here. Without the bridge, it will be worse. The government should do something.
On July 8, 2024, a machine of over 5 meters high got stuck under the bridge, provoking the collapse. The machine is currently immobilized and the bridge has remained closed, leaving the population in a state of disarray.
And in a blatant disregard for traffic regulations, drivers in Douala have been observed driving in opposite direction along the terminus airport axis, creating havoc and endangering the lives of commuters and pedestrians alike. More with our reporter, Saleh Sharifa.
Douala has recently been marred by a troubling trend. Despite clear traffic guidelines and safety measures, drivers have taken to driving against the designated flow of traffic, especially at the terminus airport axis. This reckless behavior defies basic traffic laws but also poses significant risk to public safety and order. In Cameroon, we don't have enough roads, and the main reason that pushes us to do so is traffic. When the other lane is congested, we have no other choice than to take the opposite lane. Commuters have expressed growing concern over the consequences of such actions. Pedestrians navigating sidewalks find themselves in constant peril. Traffic jams ensure as vehicles attempt to maneuver around one another, further exacerbating an already congested area. There is no roundabout that can permit us access this entrance unless you go round the other way, and it's very far and consumes a lot of fuel. Residents have called for stricter enforcement and penalties for offenders to curb the growing disorder. It's true that it's equally very risky. Like before this footbridge was built, there used to be a lot of accidents on this road. After the footbridge got bad, we fear the accidents start again. Meanwhile, motor taxis breaking the rules continue to cause chaos at Douala's airport axis, overshadowing the city's busy and lively atmosphere.
And in the hearts of the Panda, residents of Petit Avuri, known also locally as Senkankat, Escalier, face ongoing flooding issue with each rainfall. Despite repeated calls for help, the government promises remains unfulfilled, leaving the community in constant state of disarray. More in the following story. Walking down the 54 steps that leads to the Petit Vuri Sable neighborhoods in Bepanda reveals a community deeply affected by persistent flooding. The residents here live in homes that becomes waterlogged with even the slightest rain.
Even a little rain just fell, the whole quarter will be full of water.
According to local inhabitants, the chronic flooding is due to the lack of proper gutters, are responsible they place squarely on the shoulders of the government. We need gutters. Construct us gutters. It's only with the construction of gutters that we can breathe here. One resident voiced his frustration. He declares government promised to construct gutters to relieve them from the nightmare caused by floods, but nothing has been done. He cried out.
If there was hygiene, all these gutters could not be blocked.
This sentiment is echoed throughout the community, where all houses suffer from moisture damage. Even local bars are not exempted, with inhabitants often forced to wade through water to enjoy a drink.
Les pieds dans l'eau, ça ne chasse pas les clients. Beaucoup boivent avec les pieds dans l'eau.
The entire environment bears the scars of neglect. Stagnant water breeds filth, and paths to houses are perpetually muddy and filthy, and the conditions of homes deteriorate with each downpour.
Those who come first, they feel the land. But as days are moving forward, as other people come with the capacity of water, now they have the knowledge to make the foundation more high.
The fate of children in the area is particularly concerning, with many unsure of how high the water will rise during the next rainstorm. The quarterhead explains that the unconstructed gutter, which is supposed to connect to the Mbanya Bridge, remains a significant issue. Additionally, houses built over existing gutters exacerbate the problem. As the rains continue to batter the city of Douala, the hearts of inhabitants of Bepanda, Senkankat, Escalier grow heavier, unsure of when or if relief will come. And as the rainy season sets in Douala, Cameroon's economic hub, witnessing a significant rise in sales of rain gear, vendors at Marché Kululun report soaring prices and express challenges posed by increased costs due to customs regulations. Our student journalist on internship, Leah Cynthia made a tour in some markets in Douala. Her story.
With the onset of the rainy season in Douala, vendors at Marché Kululun are bustling to meet the demand for rain accessories amid heavy downpours. Sales of umbrellas, raincoats, rainboats, and other waterproof items have skyrocketed, accompanied by a surge in prices during this period. They have increased the prices because the customs has to. When customs increase the prices of containers, we who buy in bulk to retail suffer the consequences. The market offers a variety of rain gear, catering to different taste and fashion preferences. Bertrand, a vendor at the market, explains the price hikes. The prices vary. We have rain boats that are sold at 7,000, 6,000, 2,500, 3,000. We have almost all the prices. Umbrellas for children cost 1,000. For adults, it costs from 1,500 to 6,500. Many prefer less costly umbrellas, but it doesn't benefit them because they are back here in 2 days to get another one. While some prices have seen sharp increases, others have remained stable. New styles and designs have also entered the market, providing customers with a wider selection.
Il y a quelques nouveaux modèles, peut-être comme les parapluies qu'on appelle les UV. Les parapluies contre les rayons ultraviolets. Bon, ces parapluies, c'est plus conseillé pour les femmes enceintes.
Beyond the financial impact, vendors face additional challenges such as reduced customer turnout compared to previous years. Last year, sales were favorable, but it is no longer the case this year. Things are worsening. This season, it is hard. As the rainy season progresses, vendors remain optimistic about the upturn in business.
And that was our student journalist, Lato Cynthia. While waiting for the results of baccalaureate and GCE advanced levels, many students are getting set for upcoming public competitive entrance examinations and what is today known as preparatory classes gathering steam in Yaoundé. What are they offering and how do they go about it? The ambience at a preparatory center with a reporter, Beatrice Ngamu.
Though students are waiting for the baccalaureate and GCE advanced level results, many are preparing to face the different government competitive entrance examinations announced. Already deep into preparatory classes, this to have an advantage to be acquainted with the realities of such examinations.
Pour pouvoir faire la formation l'année prochaine.
Acquérir les connaissances pour avoir une longueur d'avance sur les autres.
Il y a des notions que je ne comprenais pas en classe, mais j'arrive au prépa là, je comprends mieux.
Opportunity to overcome fear. Prepare selves psychologically for what awaits them in the exams. We have teachers who boost us with advice and give teachings that covers all aspects of life. The preparatory teachers have a way to go about the sessions. They give them exercises, inculcating them values and the challenge spirit that's to make a difference.
La condensation des cours,
synopsis of lessons, controlling works, correction of all assignments. The work is mostly participatory.
On essaie de faire des
With this summary of lessons, hands preparation sheets, do a lot of practicals. We give them tests to help evaluate their levels as the paper unfolds. For each entrance examination, they look for experts in the sectors, technicians and pedagogues to match content to questions. Unfolding in a typical classroom setting, so too the feeling of grabbing a place in the upcoming competitive entrance examinations.
And it's holidays and children are engaged in different activities across the nation. I will take you to the nation's political capital, Yaoundé, in one of the holiday centers where children are certainly taking part in martial arts, notably Kung Fu. The young people are also trained on basic first aid measures to take care of themselves and those around them. Our reporter, Hysen Chia, visited one of those centers. He's sorry.
A demonstration of what they have acquired as skills in martial arts during these holidays. Young boys and girls between the ages of 5 and 15 focusing on Kung Fu for specific reasons.
I came here to do Kung Fu and learn more to defend myself and my family. And I also came here to do Kung Fu so nobody to kidnap me or anybody in my family.
Le Kung Fu pour me défendre.
The holiday makers in this center at the Ngosu neighborhood in Yaoundé are also taking lessons to ameliorate their levels of the English language, especially with elements related to the sporting activity.
We want them to be able to explain at home what they did, both in English and in French. And concerning the type of English, it is related to their daily activities. For example, for our first class, we talk about the parts of the body and the different movement. How can they describe the move that they are doing? Because their main exercises are divided into different moves. So how can they describe themselves when they bend or when they dance or when they turn?
They are also drilled on first aid measures with basic demonstrations on how to rescue victims within their families, schools, and the community at large.
And in this live report, we take you to the kitchen where the old customs of our parents, the grinding stone, getting the weight of changing times and industrial alike, household electrical grinding machines, the order, these notwithstanding, the traditionalists say nothing can take them away from their sentimental attachment, which is the grinding stone. More with our reporter, Beatrice Ngamo.
This stone was the only easy way to crush and grind spices, herbs, vegetable alongside many others. Food preparation utensil that process many types of food for cooking is placed often at one corner of the kitchen. Grinding on stone with stone, many hold is the best. As all what you grind are available, so too the flavor at the end.
J'aime les condiments de la pierre parce que ça donne le goût. Ça a plus de saveur que quand on est dans la machine. C'est toujours bien.
Grinding on stone, for example, maintain the content. But what has pushed for the grinding stone alternative today? Time factor. Many cannot, after a very long and tiring day from work or business place, fall back crushing spices on grinding stone.
Avec la pierre, je n'ai pas le temps d'être rapide.
Like time factor, modernization is impacting our kitchen. What many have resort to, matching quantity to either industrial or household grinding machines. When in large quantity, I cannot support the weight and obliged to grind at the machine. The machine is near, it is also rapidity. Since the grinding stone is once Any lifetime utensil, its place is there. The last resort in times of disappointment. Once there is market, they need it to grind. The new solutions notwithstanding, the last option remain the grinding.
Thank you so much, Beatrice Ngamo, and that brings us to the end of this edition of the Primetime Newscast, the English language on Canal the International. Thanks so much for watching. But coming up next is The Brief with Lil Piejou as for me. Take another rendezvous, same time tomorrow. Good night.